Well. Did the meme stocks bring the rally to an end? I don't know, really. Let's talk a little bit about this. It looks like it was a hell of a day there for Triple BY. Now turning around, the question is the meme rally done? Is the stock market rally done? Let's take a look. FOMO or like my man Joel said, NOMO? We'll take a look.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
All right, bring on Joel. Release the Joel. Yes, we have him here, guys. We'll take a look at the overall market. And it was, I don't know, for a second there, I was thinking, call me Egg McMitchin, because it was ripping there. Now, one thing I will state that I think is an important thing is noticing when you're getting these rips, right, in the overall market. Take a look at leaders, right? The leadership. How is that working? Because I think that that's an interesting point here in this recent run that we got when we just got this in the intraday, going through that 429 all the way up there. I have a high tick there on the SPY today towards 431.73. And before this came, a lot of what I was looking at was the leadership just barely in the green. And if anything, red at, let's say, 5 out of the 7 names that I was seeing of the biggest stocks out there, they were in the red. Yet the SPY was starting to rally. This is when I started questioning what's going on out here. Then we got the meme stock madness, but let's take a look, Joel. How did you see the market today?
Yeah, great analysis there. Nice head fake. They took out the pre-market low and looked, okay, we're going down. All right, we're going to go down. We found a little top, and then they turned it around, took out the pre-market high, took out my quad top, went into no man's land, 43.2750. I wish I had something close to there to tell you I had a level. And then I don't know. I mean, we were both searching. We were both looking. Hey, what's the news? What's going on? What's the China? What this, that? And it was nothing. And so I run down to commodities, and then we'll just talk about, maybe it was the meme the meme rug pull is what turned it. But anyways, we're back up. We're back up 8.5 handles here. So it just was a little dip by the dip. And that was a dip that kind of caught everyone by surprise. I really was nervous about crude today because I wrote a bearish article on crude yesterday. And I'm like, okay, they're going to rip it in my face. But no, we're down $3.05 at 86.36. Gold following it lower, along with a strong dollar, down 6.40 at 17.91.70. Silver in the red by 16 cents, 20.11. Bitcoin down 45 cents, not really moving today at 23.955. And Ethereum futures, they're down $10.50 at 1881.50. So man, we got a lot of good stocks to talk about, but what do you want to do? You want to get memed? Is that what we got to do? Is that what we got to cover?
Meme stocks catch another rip. I mean, I talked about that title this morning. I'll bring it back. Catching another rip here. I mean, it was interesting to see Triple BY. Just at first, it was just making a good move. And you saw AMC and GME not really partaking in that first kind of move. You were actually seeing it kind of sideways a little bit there, especially GME. It was almost not doing anything for the first hour and I'll say 20 minutes of the market. And then out of nowhere, you got a massive rip there. And GME really started taking off there. That was the first one that really started getting that lift there also with Triple BY. It started when it broke through the 39, going towards that $40 price point, and it caught a bid there at 40. In about 3 minutes, it was all the way up there towards 44.50s. and just wanted to keep pushing. AMC didn't run as much as these two, but it's interesting to note that as soon as it got that turnaround, and we've really started seeing that turnaround hit right at when 236.
Yeah.
And you guys can see it on the tape there. It really just fell off the pattern there. It was holding on triple BY. That's at almost, it's almost simultaneous there that we got there right at 26 is right when we started falling off the tape there, falling off the wagon at the SPY 431.44s.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's so hard to do levels on this. I'll
Yeah, it
just,
really is.
I'll just for your GME traders. I mean, you got a line in the sand there. I'm gonna call it the parallels. I mean, I'd say the memesters are still in control as long as you hold 38.75. You couple bucks above that. So that's I'll give one level. Triple BY. I was watching this. And it was when was it? It must have been like around 1 or 2 o'clock, and it just kept on hitting the 28, kept on hitting the 28, kept on hitting. I'm like, I better leave it alone. I'm not. I better leave it alone. And then it's so hard to trade these. But if you're good at trading these, then you have good levels, and you're quick, and you have the ability to sell on. Sell on the way up, because once it turns, it turns. Go right ahead. For this one, I don't know. I can't even. I mean, the GME gave you a level, but I don't have a level for you here in this one. We'll see if we can get something going on that tomorrow. But right now, this is just in no man's land. Good point. I was looking. I just wasn't like, well, what's wrong with Apple? What's wrong with Microsoft? What's wrong with Google? Actually, as I'm looking at this, I keep the. You guys know the top 10 components in the index. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of the top 10. I do 11 because of the double Google. Are in the red. So, it's other stuff. It's the retail. This is the retail rally. And let's cover Walmart. I mean, I'm glad I didn't say what I really thought on the show, because I thought, how high can this go? Gap it into the gap area. Nothing. I can't get anything on that. The one that I don't know if I talked about this on pre-market prep or pre-market prep plus, but that 315 area, I mean, you had no business being short there. It wasn't that bad of a report. It blew through 315. That had a good day. Dragged lows along for the ride. And it was just a retail relief rally. Macy's never came back down to that old the former resistance, the new support. I did see, we talked about this on pre-market prep plus. Kroger broke out. For you who's like to go Krogering, look at that trading day, trading range. Well, the exact one where you really stayed tight in the range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8-day trading range rule. So nice move for Kroger. Let's see if it can hold on into the close.
Yeah, that was one that I caught real early on. It looked nice right out the gates there, and I like that push where it pushed above 48s, came back below it, giving you that opportunity to catch that throwback.
Not much.
Yeah, it wasn't much. I could see it kind of. There was some seller that was hiding up there in the 48.20s for a little bit. It was kind of like getting smacked, fallen off that, but it wasn't much either. Sprouts Farm also kind of a kind of move on up in the same industry. So I would keep both of these on watch to see if they can start continuing a new run. Sprouts Farm.
Albertsons, good old Albertsons.
ACI.
ACI. That's down in the south, isn't it? So yeah, retail.
What is going on?
Retail saved
the day. Is that your computer?
What do you mean?
Oh, that's probably me here. I know what it is.
What happened?
All right, I'll tell you guys what happened there. So I had the Biden speech. He's about to speak and open on a different window, and out of nowhere, I just start hearing drumming, like it's like the national band is coming on. I'm like, yo, what's going on, Joel? Like, it was my computer there.
Okay.
You get caught sometimes, guys. Even I on technology get caught sometimes.
Let's see here. We got a thank you coming from Seabass
All right.
8813. Thank you again for your Roblox coverage. It was a great short for the support you called yesterday. Let's go to Roblox
Let's
RBLX
look.
for those looking at home. And if I remember, if my old man memory serves me correctly, it had a bunch of low. Yeah, it had those couple lows in the same area, and then it closed weak. So it did come back, and I hope you had a good area to cover because I don't know where I would have covered in there. Yeah, were some of the like snowflake? Yeah, but that's having a
Uh,
green candle.
I got squeezed out on this one, Joel, today. I went for this one. I tried to get it. I got squeezed out on it. But yeah, weird candle on that one, right? I mean, I thought we were going to start seeing a bunch of these softwares start flipping. Unity is one also that trades with these, and you could see today that one similar to that Roblox. We'll see what happens to these. Didn't really push up like Snow did. Snow's still holding on there. Asana was another one that was given by Tim Quast earlier in the week that started breaking down there, and so I would
Oh, you
keep
did
these
talk
on
about
watch.
that one. Yep, yep. How about MX? I don't know, ML. How's about Woof?
The Wolf.
Let's go. Oh, let's
Oh,
go.
retail,
Oh,
retail.
retail, Petco Health and Wellness. I mean, come
I like
on.
it. I
You don't
like
need
it.
my help on this one because this is all you got to do. This is simple. This is simple. You got to get over 17. Gave you a
Mm-hmm.
little, you had the highs here. This is about as simple as it could get in technical analysis. 17, 17, 17, 12. Where'd you get to today? 17, 10. I don't know what it's going to take. I think what you want to see here, I don't know when it's going to bust and clear 17, but what you want to do is you want to look right instead of left. You want to put some, a couple of maybe some higher lows, like 1638 and a half or 1642.75. And then, just build a base, and then get that one day, get that close up at 1670 and then get a running start into 17 so you don't have to have a big daily range. Also, on the monthlies here, you got to be aware. It's not only one monthly high, that the other high going back to is 1717. That was your June high. So just a tad above 17 if you're looking for another leg higher in woof.
In retail, there was so many squeezes, Joel. It became squeeze city. It was all based, of course, off that kind of meme reaction also. But retailers like BBIG, Fubo up 42% today. Party City, I called this one the costume trade. PRTY, look at that one, having a party
PRT.
today. Really getting that little push. Cheaper stock, but
Oh,
I
look at
mean,
that. Yeah, it's a cheaper stock. Yeah, that getting into the gap area.
mhm.
There's one by me. I don't know how they make any money. I mean, everything's in there is like
It's all about
so much stuff.
October for them, Joel. I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now, they make probably like 60 to 70% of their yearly money in October. So it's interesting to watch there. The costume trade.
Okay. All right. They didn't run with Seabird Financial. That's one that back in the day
Yeah.
got memed when it went to 18. But no interest in Muriel. We're trying to hang in here in the 42. I think a positive close would be another good, another new high close for the move, at least going in after that midday sell off. So what else? What else do you got for me, Mitch?
All right, auto and truck dealerships leading industry in consumer cyclical today. One stock that I mentioned in the pre-market prep was that Bill Gates taking some Vroom. That got in a little push, but I think that's also part of kind of the short squeeze types of stock. But you can take a
What's
look.
the symbol on that?
That's VRM,
Okay.
and that's a used car play. I think these are also getting lifts, because this is one thing that wasn't talked about also with the Inflation Reduction Act, was that there's a credit now for used EV. I think this could give those stocks a little bit of a lift there. Of course, before there was no such thing as a tax credit cut for used EV vehicles. And maybe this is giving them a little bit of a lift. But also look at AutoNation. AutoNation getting a nice day today, 7.24%. This one, of course, 7% move for a capitalization of 7.3 billion. Doesn't do this move often. Nice day there for AutoNation.
This has always been the best in breed.
Yeah,
I mean, it
that's for
always
sure.
has. For whatever reason, up 8.79, a clear. Well, not a clear, but I mean, we'll see here. You did have the former all-time high at 133.48. Today's high 135.57. I'd go back if you're trading this one, if you have a keen interest in it. Go back to October and see what that all-time closing high is in it, and that will be, that's just something to keep an eye on. Eric Scott, thoughts on Triple M? He's short the tape at 150 and change. Let's take a look. 150.27. Ooh, I mean, you're out, Eric, right? You know where you're out on this one. I mean, it has these couple bumps here, 152.30, 152.10. It just looks a little stubborn to me. Closing, we'll see if we close at this area. But I think to get me interested on the short side, instead of being short here at 150, I'd say give me some weakness here. 148, jot this down, Eric. 148.84. That was your low on August 10th. Your low today, 48.88. You're a $1.40 off there. So I can't get excited. I can't press. I can't get excited downside until you go through that double bottom. And if you get caught above 152.30, the rally could continue. So there's some easy levels for you for Triple M, just a forgotten stock. Also, be careful on this one. Maybe look both ways, Eric, because I'm just glancing down here on the monthlies, and this thing, I mean, bunch of monthly highs, maybe going up to 155. So I know you're short, but hey, maybe look both ways.
Let's take a look here at some of the financial services stocks, as I think this is an important one to mention. They've continued the ride on up. Look at Bank of America today, again closing on up. This shows us more and more, I think, that at least for the banks, they're not pricing in the recession anymore. At least that's what I'm starting to see. And I mean, whether we think recession is coming or not, at least here in the financials, they're turning around. And a lot of that probably based on, if we're not going into recession, but we're increasing rates, should make some more money, right, Joel?
Yeah, this one, I'm kicking myself. I looked at this consolidation, 33, 34, 33.
Yeah, that was
33, 34. And I'm like, okay. It gapped up that day. I think I went bid. I don't know what accounts. I went like 34.10. I'm like, you know what? They're going to come down. They got to come down after that many times, right? That low that day was 34.45. Just got to learn. I'd say if anything is a weakness of mine, if I have something like this and it gaps up, just not being aggressive. You had the open that day at 34.50, 34.45 low, and it's been straight up since then. It's had this is 1, 2, 3, and then a little pause. 4 out of 5 winning days, and the only losing day was yesterday, and that was a loss of a nickel. We're climbing back here, folks. That sell-off, that was just another buy the dip opportunity in many that have been offered up to us here. And well, I mean, I don't know. It's been pretty straight up. That was a nice break, though. I bet you some people like, okay, the top is in. The Mitch RSI top is in.
Hey. The RSI didn't go up. It went down, just to state that. But we're taking a look here. RKT is another stock pushing, and this is why maybe the short squeeze isn't done yet. I mean, there's still some shorts getting squeezed out there. I'm sure there's some high short interest on Rocket, and you guys can see this one coming back also today. And I mean, we haven't even been talking about rocket for a while. It's pushing right here.
1138 high of the move, right? You're 1131 high. You're pressing up. Also on a monthly basis, you had another high at 1170. I mean, it's knocking on the door. It's strong. I mean, I don't think rates are going up anytime soon. So, I mean, I don't think they're going down anytime soon, but I think you just kind of have a little pause in the inflation thing. So, maybe that will, draw some interest into the housing market. Levels on SPY, I do the SPOO. I mean, come on. I mean, what are you going to do here? You press through 4,300 here. I have to do a little homework tonight to see if I can find something for you. But look at the 43 to 44. That was one day. So your next daily high, and I'm not high, and I'm not saying this, is 43.95 and a quarter. That was your April 22nd high. The other thing I'd like to do on this is go to the intraday high. In the intraday high, I'll give you that as my next target is 43.8250. But the same way that I gave you, above 4,200, that kind of the way it feels above 4,300. So the only level on the upside that you can use for the spider or today for the S&P is today's high and then the close, and then that's the only thing you have.
I
And
mean,
then
this is
another little
interesting.
trick that I use that I'll teach you guys on Thursday.
Well, a lot of people were mentioning, it did touch the SMA 200. That's an interesting fact. But I mean, I'll tell you that right now, guys. I don't think people necessarily trade off of that. I don't think anybody was shorting big because it clicked onto the SMA 200. That's just more along something that technical analysts use to determine bullish and bearish. And so it's bullish above the 200, bearish below the 200, and we're right on that. If you would have told probably me that we would get back there to the 200 back when we were on June 17th, I probably would have told you, what are you smoking? But it just seems crazy that we're all the way back there in just how long? It only took 2 months, 40 bars, and we're back there towards the bullish territory. And who knows? I mean, if this market keeps going, what's not to say that you get up there to all-time highs? I know that anybody that called that is probably right now kicking themselves like, man, I should have been all out partying with that number, because majority of us, and you could see even the tune of these analysts that go on in certain medias, they're starting to flip. They're starting to say, yeah, that's the bottom put in. And that's them starting to get a little bit worried as the price action continuously going away from them.
Yeah, and we'll let's see. I think Thursday we have Mr. Chaikin on here, so we'll have a little fun with him.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, you look for turns in the market. I thought, man, I would maybe have one for you, but I didn't. So we'll just have to wait.
Yep. Well, we'll have to wait. Now, one area that I did see weak today that just to put on the sign of concern is the rotation out, at least from today, in healthcare. I did see that start getting hit hard. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that it's completely rotated away from it, but it's the hardest hit sector today. You would think it would be energy, but healthcare down 0.61 from the open and 0.78 overall.
What are you
What was
looking at?
hit the
What
most?
stocks are you looking at?
Biotech starting turning
Okay,
around there. And so
okay.
that's what I would watch. Biotech has been strong for so long here. And now you're starting to see a little bit of a turnaround. Moderna is the one that I'd point to.
There was something about competition I heard yesterday, and I was thinking about that with Moderna. We gave you that 180 level. I sure hope you guys used it today. You did get the 180.13. The IBB. I mean, come on. There's a big rally, right? Every rally has to have some kind of a counter trend move. 135. So there's your bogey. That's what you need to get through. In the IBB. You know what also I want to check? How did the House of Mouse do today?
House
Another
of
look at
Mouse.
that. Strong,
Strong,
strong, strong.
strong.
What number did I give? Yeah, I said 127. 126.48 is the actual high. I was focusing on these two highs, 126.45. So there you go. Your April 21st high in the House of Mouse.
Let's take a look at some of those discount stores. I think they're interesting to take a look at. Of course, we got BJ later in the week on Thursday that's reporting. It's an interesting kind of price level that it's at. Target reporting, of course. We can take a look at the calendar. Target reports Wednesday before the open, tomorrow morning, guys. How do you feel about this report?
They got the low bar to clear, right?
Low bar to clear. Can
Well,
it fill that gap?
I think with Walmart, I'm just like I'm so confused, with the guide down like that, and then come and beat your guide. I wonder where they were at originally. Why don't they just shut their mouth and just see what happened? I don't like. Walmart. Oh boy, you don't ask me for levels on Walmart for 6 months because look at that. It is just bulls are confused, bears are confused. I guess what you have to do with this one is just get some consolidation and then see if it breaks out of the consolidation. Spoo's feeling a tad heavy here. The battle, they're trying to close in a 4,300 handle. Looks like we're going to improve on the high close of the move. We definitely made a new high for the move, but do you want to finish up with a couple symbols of your choice?
Yeah, you guys can. Well, let's just do a little ticker time. You guys throw up tickers that caught your eyes today. With that Walmart, did you see the intraday news of the deal with Paramount and how that kind of helped Paramount get a little bit of a lift? So Walmart reached an exclusive deal with Paramount Plus to offer their streaming service as a part of Walmart Plus offering. So Walmart Plus subscribers would get ad-supported Paramount Plus, and Para, of course, Warren Buffett stepping in there. And I think this is something that should be on our radar now.
Yeah, this was sleepy. Triple D talked about it. Where did you go? Did you get to see the close on this one? Let me look. Yeah. If you were a buyer, you stuck a bid out at the close, 26.58, 56. You got done, went to 37, hit 27.49, sneak it above yesterday's high. I still think you have a 27.50 seller in there, but above that, I think you got another move higher. You know what? The one I want to talk about was Ally. Yeah, Ally. Woo! Look at that first bar. They were like, sold the Warren, and then it came down. Did you fill the gap on this one? You sure did. 35.67 the close. You went to 35.55. Bing, nice rebound there. So it's not a bad looking red candle. Nice that it came down and filled the gap.
Yeah, this is one that I like their dividend. It's something that I might just try to have for longer term. I like their business, what they do. I mean, I use their bank, and it works well for me. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at one mentioned here in the chat that's interesting. Citigroup, which is just sitting on the daily here. So I think you could easily see levels in here. But
yeah, I love this chart. I love this kind of chart. You got your support here, there, and you got your resistance. I mean, clear resistance. Today's not a great day. Today you kind of think, okay, we're busting through. And you did it. Made a new high. There's still a 54.50 seller there. That's why you got to 56 and you backed off. You're not posing a new. You're not going to post a new high close for the move. But you just might wake up and this thing might be 55 bid and you'll be like, why didn't I buy it at 54.5? So Citigroup bunching up, consolidated. Look at that. And look at the consolidation that had too. Not as long as the Bank of America, but man, you could be stuck in here for quite a few days if you're waiting for a breakout of the consolidation. Also looks like you're breaking above some monthly resistance here. The monthly resistance was a little bit lower at like 54. So it's still there's a pause in the action. We'll see if there's a catalyst for Citigroup to finally break out, clear that new high of the move.
Now, one area where I probably should have just stuck to my first thought was when I was thinking energy and kind of fuel, I was talking, natural gas. I like the natural gas into winter.
You did.
But I also liked oil into winter. So I wasn't right about oil, but natural gas seems like it's really starting to catch some heat here. Now it's really starting to get hot there.
Oh, I know. And here you got the 4 monthly highs. It's pressing up. I mean, this is the area that we're looking at. So natty gas, we've been up here, failed, up here, failed, up here, failed. This is on the monthly. We're back up here closing again. So there could be a run, maybe see double digits in natty gas. Good close, not a great close, just a few sellers there. We are improving on the new high close for the move. I take a good look at what your highs are in your stocks today because they probably pulled off from there as well. So that's it from me today, Mitch. I just want to, you could run the promo for the event. We're getting a ton of signups. Triple D. I want to tell you about Triple D's presentation.
Yeah, okay? Tell us about it. What are we going to see, Joel?
It's about what he's doing next week. It's like how he's approaching next week. It's not, this is what I did today and this is what I did last night. It's forward looking. It's like you're going to get to see how that mastermind of Wall Street thinks and prepares in days and days of advance to do these trades, even if he's just in and out of them. The preparation goes into it. So that is going to be looking forward to that. And then also I got a special treat for y'all tomorrow. I got Dan Ives from Wedbush coming on tomorrow.
Nice.
And yeah. I yanked him off PreMarket Prep Plus to bring him on the big stage. And he's gonna be our guest tomorrow. Dan Ives of Wedbush. You guys tune in and be ready to go. Everyone, have a good night.
Have a good one, Joel. All right, swing trading with PreMarket Prep. Go to PreMarketPrep.com if you guys want to join the intro to swing trading with Joel Elconin, Dennis Dick, and Rob Friesen. Don't miss it, guys. I loved Rob. I know that you guys probably haven't heard of Rob enough, but Rob does a lot of seasonality trading and focusing on what's moving, a sector and industry analysis. A lot of what I like. So I'm going to be there to the swing trading event. I might even have to stop my own show just so I can show on up. But you guys smash the like before we get on out of here. Cannabis event coming on up next. You got some cannabis insiders. Don't miss that. That's up next. But I'm going to give you guys a quick little swing trading trailer and get you guys over to Cannabis Insider. I'll see you guys tomorrow on PreMarket Prep. Thumbs up. Let's see what happens in this market.
Are you tired of being sucked into momentum stocks just as the momentum turns the other way? Do you not have a big enough account or tired of the complexity for options trading? Well, join PreMarket Prep's introduction to swing trading. This is going to get me fired up. Learn event-driven trading, seasonality, sympathy trading, and you can stay on top with optimal hedging strategies. So welcome back, Spencer Israel, from his market hiatus, and learn along with him as he hones his trading and investing skills. August 18th, 12 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. You think you learn a lot every day listening to PreMarket Prep?